Everywhere people are dancing. Down south, up north, and all the way to the far east until it becomes the nearby west. People are dancing in that little restricted island called Cuba, all the way up to this little mountain county of Watauga. This commonality is one of the main reasons dance is so helpful when it comes to assimilation. Dance is more than just an entertaining exercise to express enjoyment. It is the basis of social networks, a psychological phenomenon, and a link between varying cultures. There is more to dance than one might originally expect. We set out to investigate exactly what it means to dance.
I guess I think that it reads so clearly to me in our culture and any other culture that dance is the language that we express when we can't say it in words. And that holds true across different cultures. For instance, when the Berlin Wall came down, over and over the news clips that showed were people dancing on the wall. Because that's the only response they could do. That's the only way that it could make any sense. Over and over, if you look at mass events, whether they're football games in our culture or whether they are upheaval of political oppression, the shot comes out that people are dancing in the street. People are dancing on the fields. People dance when they can't express it any other way.
What about those who did leave their friends behind? How does dance help them as an individual in a new community?
My name is Aaron Melendez and I am from Honduras. The popular dances in my beautiful country are merengue, salsa, reggaeton, y punta.
So, how does dance make you feel?
La música latina me gusta mucho porque es un medio en el cual puedo expresar mis sentimientos, puedo dar mis opiniones acerca de muchas canciones y también puedo socializar con las demás personas. Latin American dances are bueno.
My name is Ángeles Ramirez. I am from Mexico. I've been here for 10 years and I've been dancing for 15 years.
Hi, I'm Jose Luis. I'm from Mexico too. And I have been here for 4 months. And I have been dancing for 6 or 7 years.
When I'm dancing, I'm just kind of release some stress, and I have a lot of fun, and I like teaching other people, and as well as doing it very often.
I like to dance because it's fun. It's like exercise. You can meet girls.
Dancing has played a big role in my life because everybody, starting with my mom and my sisters, they've been doing it all their life, and as I was growing up, I watched them dance, every single one of them. I have 4 older sisters, and I just liked it and liked to learn it. And when I came here to the U.S., I learned new styles, because in Mexico, we only do 2 different types of styles in my place. And when I came here, I learned a lot more of tropical music.
Amores como el nuestro cada vez hay menos. En los muros casi nadie pinta corazones.
Clearly, music is an essential element to dance. Without it, dance is simply incomplete.
The musical landscape of Watauga County is as diverse and unique as the people that inhabit it. These people cross mountains, borders, and oceans in order to make a life for themselves here. Music unites these people of different colors, creeds, religions, and backgrounds and allows them to communicate a vast amount of thoughts and ideas. This phenomenon puts music in a position to act as sort of an alternative language that everybody can understand. As these immigrants leave their homes and everything they've ever known behind and head to a land where even the most mundane things are alien to them, the stress of everyday life can be almost too much to bear. These people came together on their front porches, in their churches, and at community gatherings to play with one another. Music plays a vital part in the assimilation of migrants into the host culture of Watauga County.
As a folklorist here with the Watauga Arts Council, I started a position about 4.5 years ago, and one of the first things I instituted was a jam session here at the Jones House Community Center right in downtown Boone. We've had a couple Japanese players who live down near Statesville who have come and played in the group, and they are first-generation immigrants. They are interested in old-time music. Their names Ken and Kazumi Inoue, but they're really interested in traditional music, and they used to come here in summers to go to festivals, and now they've moved here and they live here. And I think that it's a good way for people to integrate or to see what this culture is about, because it can be so hands-on.
Music is a social catalyst that promotes the forming of connections with local people, helping the migrant deal with some of the feelings of loneliness they might have. Studies from Stanford University show that musical understanding actually enhances cognitive function, and that understanding can help migrants distinguish syllabic rhythms and pitch fluctuations to understand a new language at deeper levels. Music can also help immigrants cope with other emotional strains associated with their move.
I work with Mexican migrant farm workers that come up for 9 months of the year from Mexico to work in the Christmas tree farms.
Okay.
And they live in houses together. It's all men, usually. And there's between 4 to 10 men living in a house together. And they might be all from the same community back at home, or they might be from different communities, but they have a contract to work for one specific grower here in North Carolina.
Okay, and so when they come over, what aspect of music therapy do you use to kind of help them? Like, what is it, the purpose of what you do?
Okay, so the guys who come here have lots of stress related to border crossings. Even though they have legal status, it's still, they ride buses to get here, so it takes them 2 or 3 days. They have to cross the border. They're separated from their families for 9 months. So they're disconnected from their communities, and they're a communal culture. And so that community support, that family support, is just part of who they are. So they're separated from that. Because of all these stressors, they have higher amounts of depression and anxiety, and they often self-medicate with alcohol. So alcohol consumption becomes a huge issue too. So what I do in the music therapy sessions is I work with them as a group to kind of come together and form an informal band, so to speak. And we work on songwriting, lyric analysis, just singing music and playing together, and kind of developing a more cohesive community, or like a family away from home kind of unit. So that's all. The songs are songs that they choose. So most of them typically come from, like, Mexican music is very regionally based. It's kind of like the United States. You know, we have like bluegrass here, and like in New Orleans we have jazz. So it's kind of like that. So a lot of the guys will pick songs from their region.
Music and dance work together to bring about a plethora of experiences.
And through them, we can come together as a global community.
Esa es la presión.